don't know how I'm gonna reply to Alicia about why I found adopted parents for Lumen after the comments, but I'm gonna try. I had that Dalmatian in my previous marriage. We also had a Great Pyrenees and a Boston Terrier. During the divorce, while the divorce was going on, while the papers were being finalized, it took like a year. During that time, I had to leave the house because he was physically throwing things at me. He threw a chair at me, my husband, and I couldn't stay there anymore. I guess I should have called, I probably should have talked to someone, like authorities, and I didn't. That's probably my bad because I left the dogs there and I shouldn't have left the dogs there either. But I took the Boston Terrier. I ended up going back after our divorce was finalized. I ended up going back. And when I went back, the Dalmatian seemed to really stick to me. And she didn't look like she was in any, like she looked like the almost of a year that I was gone. I probably should have called authorities, okay? I think that year is where, I don't think she was like eating much or something. And I think that's when a lot of the decay happened in her teeth. Ugh. So I moved back in though with it was my ex-husband at that time because the divorce was finalized. And my little Boston Terrier got sick and he wouldn't take me to the vet. And I didn't want to drive to the vet by myself. I just didn't want to. I know, I'm probably gonna get backlash for this shit. I know. I didn't want to. I wanted him to take me to the vet and he just kept saying no. And then he ended up disposing of the Boston Terrier on the property. So, and then like a few months go by after that and I move out into an apartment. So I took the Dalmatian because I was like, I'm not leaving her. I'm not leaving the Dalmatian this time. Like, I'm not, And I left the Great Pyrenees because it was 22 acres and there's no way I could take both the Great Pyrenees and the Dalmatian. So, yeah, I took the Dalmatian. I went to an apartment. I got a job. And then I ended up getting pregnant. And then after that, I had to get into a government housing program. And they took me in. The government housing program took me in. But it was weird for me because my husband would always tell me that the government is the ones that were completely in on the September 11th. So it was like a really weird time for me. So I had the baby, right? Because I was pregnant. I ended up having the baby and I raised and I breastfed the baby until he was 18 months old. And then I decided I needed to find the baby adoptive parents because I wanted the baby to have 2-parent household. I just did. I wasn't even close to getting into a commitment type of relationship for a baby, I just wasn't even close to that. So I found adopted parents for my baby. After that is when I took the video of me scraping the dog's teeth. And I got all these comments, negative comments, and I was just like, I was planning on getting out of the government housing program. So I was just like, I need to find the dog adoptive parents now, And honestly, like, I didn't want to just find the baby adoptive parents anyways. Like, it was like a good push. Like, you guys helped me. It was like a good push that needed to happen. And I was allergic to her, but not that that matters. I know that doesn't really matter. I could have taken an allergy pill. I understand. So, and the adoptive parents that I found for the dog, they had previous Dalmatians, so they're well rehearsed in Dalmatians, good family, both of them, for the baby and the dog, good families. I get pictures of both of them today. Everyone's happy. So, yeah, that's why after the comments, you guys just kind of helped me, like, with that final push. And because after wanting to leave the government housing program, I didn't know where I was going to go. And I was like, well, I really can't have a dog because I don't know where I'm going to go. And it's true. I went here to there, everywhere. And to try and, like, find my center again, to try and heal from the past. So, yeah, if that makes any sense, I tried my best. Take care, everybody. I love you all. And life does go on, you know? Even with, you know, no matter what happens, like, and I know the Great Pyrenees is still with him, but I thought that me leaving and him just being with that Great Pyrenees, I thought that their relationship would get better. I truly thought that. That's truly, like, what I thought. So I had faith that their relationship would get better and he wouldn't be aggressive towards the dog.